we are in that.
Yo. Oh my goodness.
That's right. That's me in the driver's seat of a Tesla Model 3. Sadly, not my own car. See, last week I was in the DC area visiting a friend of mine you might recognize as either Tabbycat406, Tabby Pears, Smash Tech. There's a lot of names that he goes by on the internet. I was visiting him along with another friend of mine who came with me on this trip, who you might also recognize from detailing a car of mine and a couple other videos I made with him, like when he's about to sell his trucks, for example. So yeah, we made this whole trip down to the DC area, and while we were there, I decided to rent a Tesla Model 3 Highland. My goodness, I missed that car already. And the three of us took it out on a road trip from the DC area to Ocean City, visit the Atlantic, where I got a lovely sunburn that I am still trying to recover from. Jeez, that itches like crazy. This isn't going to be one of my typical road trip videos, however, and that's because, unfortunately, my mounting solution for capturing driving footage did not happen to be compatible with the Model 3. See, I use a phone mount that actually mounts to the mirror of the car, and unfortunately, the mirror was so close to the ceiling, I actually couldn't fit the mount. No driving footage on my part, but luckily, Tabby took care of the rest. So this will be more of a storytelling time, as this is actually going to be the second time I've road tripped a Tesla Model 3. I did one the day before this road trip with Talon through Pennsylvania, took it to Philadelphia and Gettysburg, although I did a terrible job filming that trip and there's not really all that much interesting to explain. But details aside, that's probably going to be for another video. I'll get to that later. Right now, we're going to focus on the trip with the three of us going to Ocean City and back, because that was an interesting trip and my second time road tripping an EV. Let's begin.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Alpha DeWolf.
Hello.
And Talon. And we are in the Model 3 Highland, and we are doing a trip. So Alpha and Talon are both, from what I think Talon is too, they're country boys.
Yep.
We are on the back roads right now. We're going to the ocean, and this is going to be a pretty decent drive. So it's 7:41, and he's never been in the ocean.
We have actually.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah.
Still, this is still gonna be fun.
You brought your swim gear, right?
Yeah, of course.
Good, all right.
But yeah, we are like 3 hours out, and we're getting stuck behind a few cars right now. But yeah.
Immediately after that clip, Tabby decided he wanted to test out the sound system. We were all pretty pleased. And in a shocking coincidence, we also happened to have passed by one of his friends on the highway, who proceeded to cut me off and flip me off at the same time. Nice.
You could gap the hell out of him.
I could. I'd probably beat him in a drag race if I'm being honest. We also had evidently picked an interesting day to travel due to the many accidents that we found on the road. Like, literally. On the road. I also must say that this bridge here, I am very still shocked, is actually still standing due to the amount of inclement weather that tends to come in. Yeah, I'm surprised the hurricanes don't wipe it out. And all that headwind kept decreasing our SOC on arrival. Oh yeah, and Google Maps really sucks too.
So what just happened?
This is where you gotta go back on, dude.
Oh, it just took us off the highway onto this frontage road just to bring us back on.
Yeah, and we were maybe on the like little service road for maybe half a mile. That's Google Maps
That is Google Maps for ya.
at its finest.
I don't understand why it's this bad.
All right, we're hopping out.
Key to work.
Oh, nice.
She's locked.
Hopping out for the first time in a few hours at Walmart. I'm just trying to pick some stuff up here, or one thing.
Except our Walmart visit didn't really go as smoothly as we had hoped.
Get the f*** away from me, woman!
Scared? You wasn't scared when you was walking by though, right?
Get the f away from me!
Yeah. No clue what that lady's problem was, but there's a situation. That might be for another video at some point in the future. Maybe.
Go ahead, record me too, motherfucker.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was actually worried she was gonna take my phone. She got that close to me.
Yeah. She would
Didn't mess
try
with me.
Yeah, no, she was not messing with us. She was
Oh.
when I yelled, she was like, "Oh, okay, I'm not messing with this guy. This guy actually, he's not afraid."
Oh, he's calling. He's calling.
Evan's calling. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I can't believe that just happened.
Oh,
I genuinely cannot believe that just happened.
I should have expected it. But wow.
At some point, something always happens in these areas.
Yeah.
Man,
We might make the local news.
we might.
Nope. We didn't make the news. Which is probably a good thing.
Okay.
Tabbycat's first Nax plug-in.
So all this is
It's just a hook.
so
Oh,
I
yep.
just yank it out?
So
Okay.
yeah, you push the
This
button to
is-
open it.
This is all build basically through the car, right? It's like
Yep.
plug and charge?
Just
Okay.
like plug and charge. Oh, it flashed orange for a sec. Give it a second. Okay, we're communicating.
I really like how small the Tesla plug is compared to J1772.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is more capable than the AC plug you're used to plugging in all the time.
Yeah. Oh, listen there.
Yeah, that seems some better. Oh, that's a wire you don't want to touch.
Yeah. Listen to it go.
All right, what are we ramping up to? 211. We're slowly ramping up. 212. Yeah, this battery's hot.
We're already at 15.
Yeah.
This is just going up so fast. We're already at 15.
Yeah.
We're at 13.
Not doing full power, but I didn't expect that. We didn't give the car a lot of time to precondition.
Yeah.
214. Yeah, it's just slowly making its way up.
It's just going up and up and up.
Yeah. The Audi 4 can never do this. The Macan would embarrass this.
Macan, that would do a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some photos with this phone.
Yeah, go for it.
Eventually, we arrived at the beach. To prevent any of our valuables from being stolen, we decided to hide them in the frunk to keep them out of sight.
Whenever there goes the truck sold. Yeah? Yeah. So
Your truck sold?
yeah, and the money's deposited, so we're chilling.
Nice.
Good.
Making money on vacation?
Yeah.
You gotta.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Just use another one at the hotel. This back.
That might be an understatement.
You might.
So, yeah. What a weirdo.
Yep.
Hooters.
Hooters.
Never heard of that?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Wow. Sometimes I do wonder if he's under a rock.
You want to tell them about Hooters?
Just take a look. See that?
You starting to see why they call them Hooters?
Yes. Overthinking's my job.
Let's see if the floodgates come on. Wow, that's a lot of seasoning.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta wait till. Dang, okay, yeah.
All right, so what's our plan now?
So the plan is, I would really like to visit a V4 charging station. You sound like you want to visit a
I
V4
do
charging
too.
station. So, but to get there first, we don't have enough energy, so we're going to go quickly top up at Ocean City, I guess,
Yeah.
for
The,
5 minutes, I guess. That makes no sense. Oh, it's estimating at 20% arrival? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Surprised it's not telling us how much it wants us to charge, other than for 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
I hope it's factoring in the weather, because...
We should be fine. Google Maps usually is pretty smart about that.
Okay.
Even though Google Maps is stupid.
At navigation and period.
Yeah.
Another supercharger.
Yep. Give it a sec. Communicating. Green. We're charging.
Alright. Yeah, so we're at what, 20%?
So here's the plan. I'm going to charge this up to 40% so that way, in theory, we have a 10% buffer, and I have a feeling if we hit any more weather or rain, which I have a feeling we will, we are going to eat through that buffer. So 10% of buffer is a lot to eat through.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be good if we charge to 40.
Yeah, pretty good.
So we charged up to 40% and then we hit the road. Except...
So what's the current idea?
I was apparently so worried about the weather, I probably should have actually took a look at the radar because we're too efficient, which is a problem I never thought I'd actually ever have. We got everything going. We got the AC ripping, the AC seats ripping. We even got the windows cracked to try to add a little parasitic drag. And I got the speed cranked up so that way we can burn more juice. Currently slated for a 14% arrival. It made its way all the way up to 18 if I'm not mistaken.
Low, high,
Where you got a red light?
13. Gonna do some fun stuff at the red light.
All right. That's the trailer spot. I don't want to take that, so I'll just take this install over here. Oh wait, that's handicap.
No, it's not.
No, yeah, it is. It says use last for handicap.
Dude, there's one right here.
Yeah. I'm taking
no,
the end
there's
spot right
two.
next to it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, we're still at 13. Will we dip to 12? Would I park it? Probably not.
Maybe, probably not though.
All right.
It's a lot
And we
better.
are at 12%.
Oh wow, so that reversing really did change.
That did.
Okay.
That was all we needed.
Let's do this. Okay.
Wow, a lot taller than the V3s.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this is a bit of a weird thing. It's so this is a 1000-volt max. It's got the weird dimple right in here. And if I recall,
Yeah, just get the thing plugged in, bro.
I think Talon's a little bit tired of this trip already.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was trying to pull out the Magic Dock. There's a CCS dock.
Wait, they have a magic dock built in?
Yep.
Oh wow.
All of these version 4 superchargers have them.
Nice.
Alright, bro, you enjoy your nerd stuff.
All right, you go do what you need to do. Oh, this doesn't have the screen on it? What?
Is it a screen?
There was on some of them. This
Ah.
one doesn't have it, apparently.
Unfortunately, we did not happen to have gotten full power. Despite that, we did everything we could to get the battery as low state of charge as possible, which I know this car is capable of peaking at 250 at a 12% state of charge. That was a bit of a bummer, and I ended up going into service mode to try to figure out what was going on just by looking at the amount of amps that we were pulling from the charger. If I had to guess, despite that the station wasn't particularly full, apparently there were enough cars there that arrived at the same time that demanded full site capacity, and we ended up being site limited, which means the whole station couldn't give us any more power than what we were getting. So that was a bit of a big bummer. I was hoping that we'd get to see full big power, big speeds at the all-new version 4 supercharger, but yep, that didn't happen. In the meantime, Tabby was taking video shots of B-roll shots of the car, and I was doing some more route planning and trip calculations so we'd make sure we make it back to the DC area without needing any extra stops. Eventually, after aiding another Tesla driver in figuring out how to release the NACS connector from the Magic Dock, as somehow it got locked in there for some reason, we ended up overcharging in general, which was fine considering that we still wanted to do a little driving around when we got back to the DC area, and we did basically just that. And that pretty much sums up the road trip. So I guess for the rest of this video, I just want to describe the entire experience of road tripping electric for the first time, since this is often one of the biggest things that scares people away from EVs. Sure, okay, we have plugs at homes. Charging at home shouldn't be that big of an issue unless you're an apartment dweller. yes, I get that. But the big thing that scares everyone all the time is getting outside of your range bubble from home. It scares them so much because you gotta deal with public charging, and you gotta deal with the public, and it takes longer to charge the car than it does to refill a gas tank. It's all of that normal stuff that a lot of people who don't know anything about EVs doesn't really want to get into. There's one surprising thing that I found throughout this entire experience. For one, I've only ever had to wait in line at a supercharger once, and that was primarily because I had to wait for the people who couldn't charge at home to charge up at the public superchargers in the city. But I've only had to wait at a supercharger once during my entire time renting the Model 3. And let me tell you, that was a long wait. I waited like half an hour to get into that supercharger. But outside the city, when you're on a long road trip, getting out more into the countryside, that wait basically doesn't exist. We've never once had to wait outside of the city, because once you get out of the city where people are more likely to own their own homes, they're more likely to have their own charging solutions at home. So yeah, once you get out of the city, you're not often waiting in line. It is ever rare you have to wait in line in a supercharger outside the city. But even then, once you get to the supercharger, even though I'm a nerd at this, I know the Tesla's charging curve so well, I know so much about this car, and I've done the math to calculate, okay, how long does it take to charge this thing to which percentage I'm targeting? And every single time, despite that, I have only ever seen this car peak at full power twice out of the 8 times I've supercharged it. Despite that, I know the math and I know how much time it takes. It felt like it charged even faster than what I thought it was going to charge at, which it's all a feeling and perspective type thing, so I can understand why, okay, I might be crazy on that. It's subjective, but you know what? That thing charges a lot faster than you think. You're adding a lot of range to that thing, especially considering how efficient this Model 3 is. We were consistently getting over 5 miles per kilowatt hour on this thing. Doing highway speeds, that is quite impressive for an electric car these days, considering that most are averaging around the 3.5-ish mile per kilowatt hour range, and then you got some others that can just barely cross over 4 miles per kilowatt hour. But if this thing's doing 5 miles a kilowatt hour consistently at highway speeds, that's impressive. That's really impressive. I'm glad that I've done this, because there are so many people that I talk to in my personal life that will tell me, okay, I consider hybrid and such primarily because, oh yeah, the electric, that's nice for around the city, but would I ever do it on the highway? Like, would I ever do it on a road trip? That's the scary part for them. Now, sure, okay, we had the ideal conditions of, we had a Tesla with the NAX port and the supercharger network. We did not stop at any other public chargers, although when we initially picked up the car, we stopped at a shopping mall that had a ChargePoint AC charger there, which I used to charge up the car. But yes, I get it. I was using the supercharger network, which of course is known for its reliability here in the US, and I was not using the other known crappy networks like Electrify America and EVgo. You can make that criticism all you want. Although, thankfully, we do have some better charging options coming, like Iona, for example. And, well, unfortunately, I didn't see a fully operational station, at least where I was located. They were apparently beginning the permitting processes, if not, or just about ready to break ground on a new site in the general suburbs where me and my friend had stayed. So yeah, that's exciting that the charging network is only getting better. I mean, even Electrify America, despite that, no, they still don't have the best reputation out there. I mean, they've had 5-6 years of constant destroying their reputation. That's hard to recover from. But even EA seems to be improving just a little bit. As time has gone on, they're kind of getting some things figured out. They seem to be improving a bit. So yeah, I had an awesome time road tripping this. And it's only going to get better as more chargers come online and as more people understand what it's really like to road trip in an EV. That sums up this video, and I'd like to give a shout out to Tabby Pears, Tabbycat406, Smash. He goes by a lot of names. He's not even sure which one he wants to choose either. Thanks for joining me on this road trip. I had an awesome time with you. I'll have to come back again, even though it costs like $100 and 15.5 hours to get to the DC area. So with that said, thanks for watching, and do us a favor and interact with the stuff below. Also, do me a favor and check out my Patreon page. I would very much appreciate that. This is the Random Alpha Drive, signing out.